Last week, I set out on a 12-day journey to K2 base camp, tackling over 160 kilometers of rugged terrain, pushing myself to my limit both physically and mentally. Struggling today. I thought I knew what I was getting myself into, but pretty quickly it became clear things wouldn't necessarily go as planned. Gotta deal with the challenges. It's gotta be a bit of a challenge again. I guess never a day without a challenge on the K2 base camp trail. But heading into the second half, I'm determined to push on, knowing the most breathtaking views are still to come. What I didn't know was just how much more intense things were about to get. I feel so miserable right now. Get me out of here. Today, after yesterday's mental breakdown, I was determined to start fresh with new energy. And as we know, in the mountains, things can shift dramatically, whether that's the weather or your mood. What followed turned out to be one of my favorite days on the trail. The landscape transformed into something otherworldly. Huge ice formations and towering peaks in every direction. Sun! Woo! Wow guys, today is starting out great. The weather shifted, the sun is coming through, and it's just beautiful. Like the trek up until now with all the ice peaks and everything. So good. I'm loving it. So today the goal is to get to Concordia, which should be around 7 to 8 hours, about 14 kilometers. And it's supposed to be a very beautiful campsite, so I'm excited. So today is going to be a special day because if we're lucky, if the weather is going to stay like this, we are going to see K2 for the first time. And I'm so excited. So apparently right after this corner on the left side, that's where K2 is. So we just gotta turn around that corner right over there and we're gonna see K2. Still have a while to go though. From this point on, it all became about one thing. Hoping for the good, clear weather to last, so that we would get to see K2. It looks so close, yet it's so far away. So this mountain right there, that is Broad Peak. And the mountain right next to it is Gasherbroom 4. And then right around that corner right there, that's where K2 is going to be. Let's go! Uh-oh guys, looks like the weather is changing again. That's the mountains for you, it can just change like that. Let's hope that the weather from this side moves to this side, because this is where we're going and this is where K2 is. So we need clear weather. Oh, I can see it! Concordia! It's right there! Oh. So close now. Oh, yes, food and chai. Ta-da! The grand reveal. K2 covered in clouds. Looks like it's not gonna happen today. Oh well, we have like 2 other chances to see K2, so I remain hopeful. Wow, okay, so we are currently at Concordia and the weather cleared up. I can't believe it. But right here we have a beautiful, beautiful sunset going on. Then over there in the distance is K2, which is still not visible, but let's hope. And then right here we have a giant rainbow. How cool. What a beautiful, beautiful place. Alright guys, I am so tired. It's not even 8 and I'm already ready to go to sleep. I can't believe I am laying on a freaking glacier right now. It's crazy. I am wearing all my layers. I am wearing a base layer, a fleece, a down jacket, a buff, as well as a beanie, and of course my really cozy sleeping bag that is luckily dry. So yeah, I can definitely feel the ice under my butt right now and it feels weird. But yeah, we're going to try to make the best of it. I'm warm right now at least, so good night. Okay, so today is actually a rest day here in Concordia. Right now we are all patiently waiting for a weather update because as you can see, the weather is still not too great. It's really cloudy and it rains on and off, and if we want to be able to continue and do the GGLA pass, which was the plan, the weather has to be better because this pass is really tough, it's really challenging. We'll be attached to ropes and everything, and if the weather is not good, then it's too dangerous. So yeah, right now we are all waiting for our guide to come with the weather predictions, and hopefully we will be able to do it, because if not, that means we have to walk all the way back the same way as we came from, and none of us really want to do that. We really want to do the pass. It's the reason many of us came here, including myself. Like, I was really looking forward to that. So yeah, let's just really hope that the weather is gonna shift. In the meantime, I decided to keep myself busy with some laundry. I learned this new word in Utu, kismat. It kind of means something like fate or destiny. And that's what we're dealing with right now, waiting for word on the weather. Some things in life are just beyond our control, and we have to accept that it's not always about what we do or how well we prepare, but about what kismat decides for us. So I thought I would use the opportunity to show you a little bit more about what it's like to live a day on the K2 Base Camp Trail. So right now, I'm making my way over to the toilet, which is this tent right here. But it takes me approximately 5 minutes to get there because walking there is like you're walking on ice. So overnight, the water kind of freezes, obviously, and all the rocks just become ice rocks. So it takes a while to get there. So let me now actually take you to one of my personal favorite places in the camp, which is the kitchen tent. Basically, everyone wants to be in here all the time because this is the place where it's warm and cozy because of the fire, versus outside where it's cold and freezing. Oh, nice! Good catch! I don't know how they do it, but they are actually making us pizzas right now. Pizza and fries. It blows my mind how they can make that here. I mean, look at this, guys. Pizza and fries for lunch in front of K2. How is life real? You know, I don't think people realize how much time it takes to do very normal things that you would do within like a few seconds back home would take you 5 minutes here, like going to the bathroom, washing your hands, organizing your stuff. Like somehow most of the days we get to our campsite at like 1 or 2 or maximum 3, and then you think, oh, you have all these hours left, right, to do kind of like to chill or to do something fun or do something different. No. It's just somehow time flies by here. Like, do you realize how long it takes to blow up a tiny pillow at 4,200 meters altitude? It takes a long time.
Let it be very clear that the weather for GGLA Pass is not ideal. In past 2 to 3 days, it has been snowing. So when it snows, there are some crevices which open up, and it creates a lot of problem. The good part is that tomorrow's weather is better than today's, and tomorrow night is clear. So that means that GGLA is doable. But GGLA is going to be very, very, very demanding. So each and every one of you need to assess yourself individually, and that needs to be done in silence. This decision needs to be made here, not here. It's life and death that is involved. And I mean no joke, I am very serious. There is life and death involved. There have been accidents. And if you are very slow, and because of you, others remain behind, and because of you, others start descending after sunlight, then it's all on you. This track in these conditions is for the best of the best, for the fittest of the fittest, and for the strongest of the strongest. If you are not 110%, please don't burden yourself, save yourself and others as well.
So that was quite an intimidating speech, but I think it was a very necessary one in order for all of us to reflect whether we actually can do this. Because, like Umair said, your life is in the hand of the weakest person. And personally, I would never put anyone else's life at risk. So if I wasn't 100% sure that I could do this, I wouldn't. The reason your safety depends on the weakest member is because you're all roped together, meaning you're literally as fast as the slowest one. This is so confusing. At the same time, speed is crucial, and we will need to finish the climb before sunrise, as the heat will increase the risk of rockfall, and thus getting hit.
Yes, Flora, nice.
Come on, Goro, you do it! Get it! Come on!
Yes.
Yay!
I still want to go through with this. I still want to do GGLA. I believe I can do it, and I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be amazing. No matter what would happen next, I already felt so proud of the incredible K2preneur team, and I'll be forever thankful that they invited me to be part of this journey. Well, it's almost the end of the day. It's gonna get dark soon, and we still haven't gotten any view of that mountain right there. It's still covered in clouds. So I guess GGLA is gonna be our last chance. Let's see. I feel so sick right now. I woke up around 3 a.m. feeling really nauseous. I started throwing up this morning. Can barely stand. Can barely walk. Not sure if I can do GGLA. I want to do GGLA so bad. I quickly realized that I was now the weakest and needed to listen to the words I said yesterday. that I would never put anyone else's life in danger. So with only having seen the tiniest tip of K2, I had to turn back on horse. The next few hours were miserable. I was so sick that I couldn't even stay put on the horse, just falling off and puking and passing out all the time. I still don't exactly know what got me, but I suspect it was some sort of water or food poisoning. Good morning, guys. I'm alive. Yesterday was one of the most horrible days of my life. Obviously, I didn't manage to film much because I was kind of busy surviving. Let's just say I was in a lot of pain and I had to be carried by a mule. And even the mule I could not stay on because I was feeling that weak and I kept passing out. It was just a horrible, horrible situation. Like at one point I remember lying on a rock. Like I just fell off the mule and puked, and then I lay down on the rock and I just couldn't get myself to move anymore, and I was just like, okay, this is where I'm gonna die. I know, very dramatic, but in that moment I swear that's what I was thinking. I did not see any way in which I was gonna be able to get down, and without the help of the amazing porters and guides here, I'm pretty sure I would have still been lying on that rock. So I'm so grateful for their help and what they did and how they basically carried me down. Yeah, luckily I feel a lot better today. I'm even gonna attempt to walk the rest of the way, so no more mule for me, because personally I don't like it that much. It feels like cheating. So yeah, I'm gonna try to walk, see how it goes, take it easy, and hopefully I will stay healthy from now on. No more puking. I puked too much. Sorry for the details. I think I speak for all of us when I say I can't freaking wait to get off this glacier. I'm so done with cold and loose rocks and wetness. Just give me hot and dusty again. I am fine with that. I haven't been drinking since like 2 days just because all the water started tasting like fuel, and I'm kind of worried that that was the source of why I got sick. So yeah, I am definitely very dehydrated right now, and I just hope they will have some proper drinking water at Urtukas, which is the next campsite. I should be there in like 2 hours. So let's go. Urtukas would be the first off-glacier site in days, which would mean I could finally get my hands on some proper non-glacier water. Maybe even some coffee. We're officially off the glacier! We are almost at Urtukas camp, and Moscow came to my rescue. He came to me to carry my bag. How sweet. Reaching Urtukas felt like a small victory. But we are actually not done yet hiking for today, because on the way back we make longer days than on the way to K2 Base Camp. Today the goal is to get to Liligo, which is I think maybe 3-4 more hours from here. Never mind, it's actually 5 to 6 more hours. So we better keep going. But after a bit more hiking and some lunch... Wow. So we got a pretty epic lunch spot today. In the middle of a glacier. Literally. How cool is that? I started feeling worse again. I'm still feeling a little bit weak. It's it's not my prime state, but yeah, I think I'm gonna make it. So it's so funny, like Moscow, he is not letting me out of his sight. It's so sweet. He is definitely a little bit worried, I think, but I'm fine. I'm numbed by painkillers at this point, but they're working, so that's a good thing, I guess. Walking alongside a huge abyss is not really great when you're dizzy and nauseous. Fortunately, Moscow was there to save the day. Again, he took my bag, so at least I didn't have to deal with the weight of that as well. Guys, I made it to Lilico camp. I'm so happy. After about 8-9 hours of hiking, I can finally lay down and rest. Honestly, the first half was okay. I felt decent, but the second half I was just again like nauseous and dizzy, and it was hard. Today was hard. But it's okay now. I'm here. I can rest. I can lie down. It's currently 6 p.m. I'm already in my tent. I'm skipping dinner. Can't eat. Can't drink. I'm not good. Just wanna go home. So the next day I was back on the horse. I realized I had overdone it yesterday, and so I had to set aside my ego and accept that taking the horse was the best choice for my health. So today we are going to try to get all the way to Jula, which is about 20 to 25 kilometers. And since it was gonna be such a long day, it just wasn't a good idea for me to walk. I'm not made for this. I don't like this at all. But yeah, and like I just had little choice. I wanted to avoid another scenario like yesterday where I go over my own boundaries and then I end up feeling sick and worse again. So yeah, I know it's for the best. It's just I'm here to walk. I'm not here to sit on a horse. At first, I couldn't help but feel like this trek was a failure. I didn't see K2, I didn't complete GGLA, and I didn't even hike the entire trail. But then I realized that things don't always go as planned, and that doesn't mean they're not a success. Yes, this journey turned out to be very different from what I thought it would be, but it was also valuable in ways that I couldn't even have imagined. Hello. Oh, no, you definitely do not like me. I mean, I did puke on you like 3 times, so fair enough. I came here to challenge myself physically by doing GGLA, but instead I got handed a mental challenge of pushing through pain, of confronting my own limitations, and of learning to let go for the need of a perfect outcome. This was my kismet. So, we finally arrived at our last campsite of this K2 base camp trip. Obviously, I'm still sad that I didn't get to do GGLA with the rest of the group. It is what it is, and I guess I'm just trying to be grateful right now for the fact that there were mules in the first place that could take me, because otherwise I would probably still be lying somewhere up at Concordia on a rock. And grateful for the fact that I'm standing here in this beautiful place, seeing the mountains right there, and how can that be bad, you know? So today, on our last day, We are... They're in a rush. So today, on our last day, we are starting off with a 40-minute walk. Then we get into a jeep that's gonna drive us to somewhere. And then from there, it's another 2-3 hour walk. And then we will be in Ascoli. And from there, we get another jeep back to Skardu. So it's gonna be a relatively short day in terms of hiking, but a relatively long day in terms of traveling. So probably we'll get to Skardu very late. We're gonna get to Skardu. I'm so excited.
I will see you get to me and Flora.
Goodbye for the rest of the life.
Made it!
Pakistan Zindabad! Pakistan Zindabad!
I couldn't end this video without acknowledging the unsung heroes of treks like this, the porters. Day after day, they carry heavy loads across some of the most difficult terrains in the world, with an ease and grace that is hard to comprehend. They are the backbone of these expeditions, and without them, this journey wouldn't even be possible. So a huge thank you to these men who work tirelessly behind the scenes. You are the real heroes of the mountains to me.